Gun violence takes lives of young people here in Brooklyn.
A hidden treasure in Brooklyn is revealed. Meet a 4-year-old artist and see her paintings. Her work sells for as much as $30,000.
Hello, welcome to Brooklyn College News. I'm Makita Bond.
And I'm Maria Snow. We have a terrific newscast for you thanks to our team of reporters. Our top story tonight: gun violence is killing our young people and shaking up our neighborhoods. We've seen a shooting in Brighton Beach that took the life of a 16-year-old girl. A house party shooting left 1 dead and 8 injured. At another house party, 4 were injured by gunfire, and a young father was killed in front of a deli. It seems the mix of warm weather, young people, and illegal guns are a lethal combination.
For me, it's personal. You see it on TV, you read it in the newspaper, but you don't expect it to happen to someone you know. My friend Tashay Jones was 16 years old. She went to the beach to have fun, and a senseless shooting took her life. Family and friends mourned Tashay at the funeral. Her immediate family stood out because they wore white. So many friends and neighbors attended the funeral because her death was so shocking. This is violence that hits home. Tashay was sitting on this bench on the Brighton Beach boardwalk. Witnesses told me shots were fired from the beach aiming at the bench. Police say the alleged shooter had a beef with one of the people Tashay was talking with. This woman was at the beach and had been with Tashay.
I'm glad that I'm alive, because in the fear that I felt, I thought I was not going to be alive right there.
At the funeral, people talked about Tashay and her dreams to become a dancer and singer.
I used to teach her my whole way. We used to practice in my whole way how to dance and stuff for shows that's coming up, because we compete in talent shows for money, for trophies, for different kind of prizes.
I wish Tashay was here today, and next month is her birthday.
Unfortunately, this is the second time in 8 months that these friends mourned a young girl. In October, Tashay's best friend, Cheyenne, was also killed. She was shot in a neighborhood park when a gunman targeted someone she was standing near.
The last person that got shot was my cousin Cheyenne, and I don't need to lose another person that was close to me.
Kids can't even go to the park today, can't go to the beach today, just on simple out. At one time, we had a unit together. Family was family on every community. Today isn't that way. You can't go anywhere without gun violence.
The alleged shooter, 19-year-old Eloon Driver, is being held on Rikers Island. In the beginning of June, 13 people between the ages of 16 and 22 were killed. They were all African American and Hispanic.
So political leaders and activists are trying to connect with young men who might think about picking up a gun. Our Jamie Baez talked to community leaders about what we can do to try to stop the violence.
I think our young people are not quite understanding fully what death is and the damage that they're doing.
Councilmember Jumaane Williams represents a part of Brooklyn rocked by random gun violence.
And I want to make sure young people are held accountable when they do these things. At the same time, I think there's a direct correlation to where this city puts its resources and the violence that then ensues.
Williams believes the lack of opportunity, jobs, and counseling often leaves young men drifting without purpose. He thinks the city needs to put more money and energy into helping young people think beyond guns and violence.
KRS-One, rapper, said, "All I have is hip-hop and a Glock. The results are obvious if I'm confined to my block." And that means a lot. If you're not expanding outside your block, you're not expanding outside your community, and all you're doing is being around all day and you have access to guns, then the results are going to be obvious.
In Brownsville, activist Tony Herbert is crusading to get the message to young men that gun violence ends in senseless death. But he also sees the need for a citywide effort to fight the influence of gangs.
We're talking about a lot of guns on the street and a lot of people being killed innocently because of this stupidity. When is it going to stop? It can only stop, I should say, when we as a community come together, not just the African American, not just the Latino community, but New York City as a whole. We have to come together and attack this problem as a joint venture kind of style.
Jumaane Williams hopes to convince young people that getting respect has nothing to do with taking lives.
I believe the entire community cannot give up on our young people. We got to help them understand how life is very precious, and I'm thinking they're not understanding that right now.
It's hard to know if anyone will listen. It's scary. Any one of us could get caught in the crossfire. Jamie Baez, Brooklyn Cable News.
If you know anyone who has a gun, the NYPD is offering a $1,000 reward for a tip that leads to an arrest of anyone who possesses, sells, or uses an illegal handgun. You can call 1-866-GUN-STOP or 1-866 486-7867.
This is also a tough summer for young people whose minds are far from the streets. While the unemployment rate in New York at 7.9% is lower than the national 9.1%. It is hard to find a job in the city, and it's frustrating for recent college graduates. I investigated with your Lenny's Laura and Emilio Saldana.
It's a bit intimidating out there, definitely.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Having contacts is now the most important thing for new college graduates, and internships before graduation seem more important than ever.
A lot of my friends, if they have departments that have good connections, a lot of times they can get an internship through their departments.
If you don't have connections, it seems like it's impossible to get employment.
Worst recession since Great Depressions.
My best bet is to get an internship that would lead me to a job.
A recent study done by Rutgers University shows that more than 30% of graduates within the last 4 years can't get jobs within 6 months of graduation. Andrew Campbell runs a city office that tries to help people get jobs.
The Workforce Career Center is extremely successful in helping customers gain employment that come through our doors. We're designed to help customers put their best foot forward.
At Brooklyn College, advisors offer resume help and urge graduates to stay positive.
Keep your opportunities open. Don't be so, tight with what you want to do, and definitely, keep looking.
It's a tough lesson for many of us. Just because we have a degree doesn't mean we're guaranteed a job. Finding a job is now a full-time job. Emilio Saldana, Brooklyn Cable News.
If you're looking for a job, it might be a good idea to check in with Workforce One at 718-246-5219 and the New York State Department of Labor at 518-457-9000.
We'll be right back.
Can we have our cake and lose weight too?
Mothers Against Drunk Driving wants stronger drunk driving laws enforced. Help us demand ignition interlocks for all convicted drunk drivers. Contact your legislators to save lives. For details and donations, visit MAD.org or call 1-800-GET-MAD.
It's hard to imagine anyone trying to take their own life, but there's an alarming number of young Latinas who try to commit suicide. Some describe it as an epidemic. Mina Mello, Catherine Fernandez, and Martha Ortiz investigate.
So I was crying.
Anna, not her real name, does not want her face shown, but she is one of the many Latinas who struggle with depression and think about suicide.
The knife was in my hand, so I was trying to cut it from here to the vein, so it was an easy way.
Anna is one of an alarming number of Latinas who say suicide is an answer to their problems. According to the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, 1 out of 7 young Latinas in New York City attempt suicide. We just met Veronica on the street.
Think of it maybe once in a while, but that was 5 years ago when I first started school, and it was hard for me because my parents weren't supporting me.
Anna and Karen offer a frightening glimpse into the dark thoughts that lead Latinas to contemplate suicide.
I felt that it didn't matter what I did or what happened to me.
I was depressed. I was homesick. Every day I used to call my mom.
Karen's mother is supportive now, but she and many young women feel that they are not important in their families. There is also a big emotional gap because parents are often immigrants who don't speak English and have different values. These stories hit home in Brooklyn because suicide is a big problem here. Almost 22% of Hispanic adolescents in high schools attempt suicide, according to Dr. Rosa Gill, who began a program trying to help suicidal Latinas.
We know that there's a lot of struggle between mothers and adolescents. So we try to become cultural brokers.
Veronica and Karen give advice to teens who are thinking of committing suicide.
Think about it twice. Don't actually just go ahead and do it.
Take a deep breath. Take a look at what you already have and be grateful.
The women and experts we spoke with urge anyone who is thinking about suicide to ask for help. Here are a few places you can call if you need someone to talk to. You can call the suicide hotline at 1-800-273-8255, the mental health hotline at 212-673-3000, or the hotline suicide at 1-888-777-4443.
Thanks, Catherine. If you're a parent, there's something else to watch out for. 8% of children under 18 are allergic to at least one food, according to a study in Pediatrics, the Journal of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And 38% of these children had a serious reaction that required medical attention. Peanuts, milk, and shellfish apparently are the primary culprits.
We've all heard that eating fatty foods, drinking lots of soda, and putting on the pounds can lead to health problems. So if we know this, why are so many of us ignoring the warnings? Jamie Baez investigates.
I love to prepare my rice and beans. That is part of my heritage and my culture.
We all enjoy our favorite foods. We asked families on the street, hey, what's your favorite?
Pizza. Vegetables.
We visited a supermarket to see what folks buy.
Cheetos and salsa.
We joined a family for dinner at home.
Rice and beans is very nutritious, and not only that, coming from Puerto Rico, it's also from other Latin American countries where we have promoted that the rice and the beans is the perfect combination.
People insisted they buy healthy food and they know it's good for them.
I already know what to eat, what to not eat.
Yet our cameras show what they're actually buying and actually eating doesn't match what they say. Psychology professor Anthony Sclafani says talking about what you eat is often complicated.
This may be because people don't want to admit to what they're actually been eating and deliberately lying, but there's also evidence that they simply don't have good recall.
At the Rodriguez home, Marilyn talks about healthy food, but she cooks fattening food. She says it's what she grew up with.
Once in a while, of course, we can't get away. Like today's the day we celebrated our Puerto Rican heritage, and sometimes you just get away from that on special occasions. So you can have your pernil, you can have your carne frita.
It's delicious, but experts say it's not the healthiest food. Many cultures have their go-to comfort foods that add pounds or undermine health, but there may be a way to eat what you used to and improve your health too, according to Lisa Altschuler of Maimonides Hospital.
Keep the traditional breakfast, but make sure there's some fruits and some vegetables with it, and get rid of the juices, get rid of the sodas, get rid of the in-between meal snacking.
All the discussion about healthy eating puts pressure on overweight people, and maybe the suggestion of a slightly modified diet is a realistic way to approach a big problem. Jamie Baez, Brooklyn Cable News.
Staying active can help you lose weight. And this is the weather for enjoying outdoors, even if you're just taking a boat ride. And that's just what our outdoors and sports reporters Jonathan McLeod and Shayna Auxilli did.
We had a lot of fun. We got to ride on a boat in New York Harbor on a beautiful day. And this is something everyone at home can do too.
So many things in New York, the museums, the food, I mean, all the different little boroughs of New York.
Recognize her? Actress Kelly Rutherford is loving New York. She took time from Gossip Girl to christen the Beast. It's the new Circle Line speedboat on the Hudson River and can go up to 50 miles per hour.
We're taking a ride around the New York Harbor and we're here in front of the beautiful Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty was just one of the sights that we saw. We took a ride on the speedboat with a group of reporters as an introductory trip. Travel writer Meryl Perlstein plans to write about her experience.
It's a blast. It is so much fun, and when the weather is beautiful like this, there's nothing better to do in Manhattan.
The Beast offers rides for $17 for adults and $11 for children. There are 9 rides a day, and the captain enjoys every one of them.
Oh man, it's just having a ball with all the people, having a fun time. It's one of the best jobs I possibly imagine having.
You can find the Beast at the Circle Line Pier 88 at 42nd Street and 12th Avenue. It operates 7 days a week, and I definitely had a great time.
Back on land, we headed back to Brooklyn and the home turf of the Brooklyn Cyclones. They look like a great team.
I've been fascinated by being on winning teams, coaching winning teams, managing winning teams.
GM Rich Donnelly is pumped up with his hopes high.
So what is the mindset of the team from yourself all the way down?
Well, like I say, we've talked about this, and some of our guys are new to the system, but even in spring training, we talked about this playing the game right. You respect the game.
At a recent practice, the Cyclones were strutting their stuff, hitting and fielding like champions. This is a new experience for players like Jonathan Clark.
It means a lot. It's my first time playing professional ball, so it's just I'm ready for the great experience and see what it holds.
A championship is also in mind for big star Chase Green, who's proven to be promising.
My hopes, I stay healthy. I mean, my thing is to stay healthy, and I think everything else is gonna take care of itself.
Head coach Frank Viola is one of the new guys and is savoring the opportunity.
It's great to break in. I'm a rookie myself right now, and I'm having the time of my life.
But having fun isn't all. The team is expected to win and the coaches and managers are making sure the players are getting the message.
If you do what you're supposed to do, the results will be what you want.
The Cyclones play through September 4th, and the tickets are affordable from $8 to $17.
Thank you, Shayna and Jonathan. We can't wait to see what's next. We've got a lot more coming up.
Are Hansel and Gretel really living in Brooklyn?
Need a Mac? We'll show you how to get one for less.
Sir, are you okay? Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? Call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost.
Welcome back to Brooklyn College News. Tired of your old laptop? Need a tech upgrade? Want to know the latest news floating around in cyberspace? Sungmin Lee is here with our tech report.
Thanks, Maria. There's good news in the tech world for students and parents. It comes straight from Apple. The company's giving a price break.
Good news for anyone who wants to buy a new computer. Apple is offering gift cards to students and educators. From now until September 20th, Apple is offering a $100 back-to-school card for college students, parents, and faculty. The catch is you have to buy a new Mac, but you do get a discount with educational pricing, saving anywhere from $50 to $200. And with the $100 gift card, you can buy products through the Mac App Store, the iTunes Store, and the iBook Store. Alarming news in the tech world, there's an epidemic of hacking. Gaming websites, user accounts, and even the CIA and US Senate websites have been hacked. A group of hackers called LostSec claims responsibility for these breaches. The hackers say they are doing this just for fun, and they have given out telephone numbers for people to call and suggest news sites to hack.
There is an arrest. British police charged 19-year-old Ryan Curley with hacking. He apparently worked with LostSec. After the arrest, others in LostSec say the group is shut down, but law enforcement officials say until they are caught, the same people are likely to continue hacking.
It's too bad they didn't stay long enough to explore Brooklyn with Olivia. She's here to tell us about her latest discovery.
At a party the other night, I heard about a life-size gingerbread house in Bay Ridge. I was told it was imported from England, and so I went over to check it out.
Wow, it's pretty incredible. As I walk around the house, it looks like I'm in a fairy tale.
The house behind me is known as the Hansel and Gretel house.
Brooklyn Borough historian Ron Schweiger tells me that it wasn't imported, and it's not really gingerbread.
It was built in 1917. It has a thatched roof, well, a fake thatched roof, reminiscent of things you might find in Old England.
Because it's so unique, it's a tourist destination. Tour buses put it on their itinerary. Even locals are dazzled by the architecture.
It's a nice house. It's really nice.
People should definitely check this house out. While you're looking, keep an eye on the windows. The original weathering is still intact and just like new. Brooklyn's historian says this is just one of the borough's hidden treasures.
People really should get on a bus, get on a subway, go several stops, get off, and explore. Explore your own borough.
The house is currently for sale for $12 million, but even if you're not interested in buying, it's fun to take a look at the outside. It's too bad the owners won't let you in. Back to you. Thanks, Olivia. It's definitely on my list of places to go. And I also want to go shopping with Masi Valdez.
In this economy, it pays to be a careful shopper. I love to shop, especially for designer pieces, but I hate designer prices.
Bargain shopping, I love it. It's like the best thing to do right now with this tough economy.
Consumer surveys indicate that in 2011, shoppers chose discount stores because they want to buy but need to save. According to Price Grabber, 45% of shoppers look for daily deals online, while 34% are discount store shoppers.
You get deals that are to die for.
They're my kind of shoppers, and we met in front of DSW and Filing's Basement in Union Square. DSW has a big selection of shoes from many of the top designers, and they're always up to date. Century 21 and TJ Maxx are great for accessories, handbags, and stylish clothes. The prices are great and sometimes up to 60% off the original price.
I come to Century 21 to find a lot of my dress shirts, my ties, a lot of my accessories.
Websites like Rue La La and the Guild Group require you to sign up, but it's free. Every day, they feature a different designer or manufacturer for highly discounted prices for up to 2 days. There always seem to be great deals now, so it may be worth it to wait for the store sales and look out for the coupons that also save you money. Back to you, Makita.
Thanks, Mossy. I'm going online right after this. We've got a lot more ahead. Up next, Coney Island's Luna Park has got a new face, and it's more fun than ever. A 4-year-old artist shows us her favorite painting.
It's free music versus peace and quiet in the park. Whose side are you on?
If you teach me music, I'll be in a band, not a game. I'll be better at math, reading, and my SAT.
It's a fact. When you teach us music,
our math, reading, and problem-solving skills improve dramatically.
our music programs are in trouble.
The need to develop creative minds is as important today as it was when VH1 Save the Music was founded in 1997. Go to vh1savethemusic.com and help us continue to change lives.
With music education,
our future sounds a lot better.
Coney Island has a fresh face, and things seem to be getting better and better every day. It's a big boost for business, and it's great for tourists, too. Olivia Cueva, Connie Nam, and Iris Carreras show us what's new.
The rides are great, the beach is fun, and Coney Island is popping.
I wanted to have fun with my friends. Who doesn't?
The new Scream Zone at Coney Island is attracting more people than ever. In May and June, over 100,000 people came to play here.
This thing gets packed to the point where you can't even walk through.
It looks like it's getting better. I mean, things were a little worse back in the day, showing some improvement.
Just a few years ago, Coney Island was run down. But in 2009, the city and community came up with a plan to improve the area and boost the local economy. And it's working.
When you see more people out there, that means more dollars are being spent. That means that businesses are being patronized.
The master plan includes new amusement parks, new jobs, and affordable housing. The city invested $6.6 million, and private developers kicked in $23 million.
We're just getting started.
Nate Bliss is the president of the Coney Island Development Corporation, which oversees the development.
People forget that Coney Island is not just an amusement park, but also a neighborhood of some 50 to 60,000 residents.
There will be 6,000 permanent jobs created, and local residents are given priority.
It's good that it's that their work, that they gave us the work, because a lot of people that live in Coney Island got things to do now besides bad things.
It's good for the area, but it's also good for the city and Brooklyn.
I really hope and expect that Coney Island will become the amusement and entertainment center for this borough. And it should be, because it's legendary. Our beaches is just as beautiful as Aruba, especially if you have a good imagination. It's just as beautiful.
Coney Island is a work in progress. There's a 10-year plan, and every year we can expect to see something new in a changing neighborhood. From Coney Island, Iris Carreras, Brooklyn Cable News.
So Coney Island is full of life and noise, but in Central Park, there's a new drive to quiet things down. It's free music versus peace and quiet. Christina Vega, Masi Valdez, and Maria report.
The music in Central Park definitely adds to the atmosphere.
People like it, but free outdoor music is in danger of disappearing. The City Parks Department wants musicians out. They created quiet zones, and the Bethesda Fountain area is a no-tolerance zone.
Well, the acoustics are great. It sounds beautiful in here. It's a visually beautiful place. It's got a lot of foot traffic and a lot of tourists.
Definitely appreciate this space.
Dominic and John are just two of the many musicians who stake out territory in the parks. And the arcade at Bethesda Fountain is where the musicians want to be.
I started practicing quietly to myself, and then they said I couldn't even do that.
The city began cracking down in 2009 and handing out summonses. John received $2,300 worth of fines and was also arrested.
Been hauled away here in handcuffs for literally no reason.
5% of Central Park's 850 acres are designated quiet zones, and the musicians are fighting back. They've taken to social networking sites and have the City Parks Advocate on their side.
Affects many people, but also here
especially in Central Park, people come here actually to hear the music.
Can come here and play something and make people happy.
There's another twist to the story. A concession stand and bar with 75 tables is set to be built at the arcade, and the musicians aren't happy.
It's not hard to figure out why they're trying to initiate a quiet zone there, which is to protect the concession.
I don't think we really need a bar here at Bethesda Fountain.
The issue is now likely to play out in the courts as the musicians sue to keep their place. In the meantime, the parks will still be home to concerts of all kinds, including performances by the Metropolitan Opera. You can also check out about 100 free events at Lincoln Center Outdoor Festival. Here in Brooklyn, there's free MLK concert series in Wingate Park and the free seaside concerts in Coney Island. So there's lots to do.
We're going to give you a free look at paintings by a 4-year-old artist. Sungmin Lee and Christina Asensio found the artist in the gallery where her paintings are displayed.
Hi, welcome to my show.
Alida Andre is only 4 years old. These are her paintings. She's the youngest professional painter in the world according to her publicity. And we saw her work on display in New York at Agora Gallery.
She has a very active imagination, as you can see. Her paintings are very instinctual, so she paints based on her sense of color, texture.
She started painting when she was an infant at home in Australia, her parents say. But that's not all. She sold her paintings for serious money. One sold for $30,000.
The one down here is my favorite painting. Look, see? There's bubbles.
Alida Andre's exhibit just opened up this past Saturday, and already over half of these paintings have been sold.
I think they're amazing. I wonder how much is really the kid and how much are the parents.
Visitors to the gallery wonder if her parents who are artists helped or did the work. In the gallery's video, her father says she's unnatural.
I had a canvas on the floor which I'd prepared for myself. She was about 9 or 10 months old and she crawled onto the canvas and just started swirling the paints around.
And the art is a hit with visitors.
Considering her age, I think it's amazing. It's hard to believe that someone that young can produce this much art and of this quality.
While she travels around the world to display her paintings, you can see her work at alidaandreart.com. Sungmin Lee for Brooklyn Cable News.
That's our newscast for now. I'm Maria Snow.
And I'm Makita Bond. Thanks for joining us.
We hope to see you next time.